Next up, Chris Mueller writes, "Hey guys, really love and enjoy the show. I know it's early, but if J.J. Abrams' Star Wars Episode VII is a disappointment, which I hope it's not, and if it's not as good / better than his 2 Star Trek films and any of the prequels, should Lucasfilm go a different route and hire a new director like other studios have done with Harry Potter, Batman, and James Bond movies, or should they keep Abrams for the rest of the trilogy?"
There's something it's an interesting question that you raise, but there's something really important to keep in mind. With both the history of Lucasfilm and the history of Disney, Lucasfilm and Disney have not needed a film to be bad to change directors before. Now let's look at Lucasfilm. A lot of people forget George Lucas did not direct all 3 of the first original Star Wars movies. He directed the first Star Wars movie, but then he brought in somebody else to direct the second one. And then he brought in somebody else to direct Return of the Jedi. So you had 3 different directors. Let's look at the history of Disney. Pirates of the Caribbean, he switched directors. The first Thor movie, I still contend that aside from Avengers, is the best Marvel movie we've had. That's just my opinion. I know a lot of you think differently. But Kenneth Branagh did a terrific job directing that. But they've switched directors for Thor 2. I loved Captain America, but they've switched directors for Captain America 2. The only thing they have, Iron Man has switched directors. Obviously, Jon Favreau directed the first couple. Now we got Shane Black directing the third. Joss Whedon is directing Avengers 2, but he's the only guy who seems to have kept his job, despite the fact that other films have been good. So there is huge precedence with these 2 companies that even if the movie is great, and even if the movie does succeed well, that they could end up changing directors. And I'll tell you this right now. I've thought from the beginning that J.J. Abrams, regardless of how Star Wars Episode VII turns out, even if it's a huge mega hit and it's absolutely awesome, I have a feeling they will still change directors and go in a different direction, and J.J. Abrams will go off and do more creative, wonderful things. So if it's bad, absolutely they could change directions, because I think they're going to change directions anyway. Dennis, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're going to change it if it does really, really well, but definitely if it's not. And when you're saying bad, I'm talking about bad financially. I mean, let's say the movie-going audience watches it and goes, wow, that wasn't that good, but it makes like a ton of money. I don't think they necessarily have to change him as a director, but if it does poorly, then they're definitely going to change him. And remember, this isn't a case with like the prequels where George Lucas was the boss of himself, so he couldn't really fire himself. He's like, wow, that movie kind of sucked. Well, we better get rid of that director. Oh, wait, that's me.
And yet that's what he did with the original Star Wars.
Yeah, but he didn't do a bad job with the first.
No,
obviously
that
was back when he was, actually doing good stuff. So in this case, I could see them doing it. I'd like the first, or not the first Star Wars, but the next Star Wars to be really good, and I hope they give him another movie to work with. Maybe not a trilogy, but at least another movie.
If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe to our AMC Movie News YouTube channel. It's free, and we bring you all the latest movie news as well as our daily AMC Movie Talk Show. You can also follow us on Facebook and Twitter, where you can find out about all the latest prizes, giveaways, and special contests.